Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fluent Thrive. This is a place for learners who want to speak English with more confidence and more ease. I'm Olivia, and I'm here to help you speak English more naturally, step by step, day by day. I will be speaking slowly and clearly so you can follow me and repeat after me. Now, before we begin, let me tell you something. Today, we are going to talk about shadowing. Shadowing. That word might sound a little strange right now, but don't worry. By the end of this, you will understand it completely. And by the end of this video, you will be able to copy natural English sounds just by listening and repeating. You will learn how to train your mouth and your ears at the same time. And you will feel more confident to actually open your mouth and speak. Because this is something you actually need in real life. Maybe you studied English for a long time. You know grammar, you know vocabulary, but when someone speaks to you, your mouth just stops. That feeling? I know it. Or maybe you understand English when you read it, but when you hear it, it sounds too fast, too connected, too different from what you studied. That's okay. You are not alone. A lot of learners feel exactly this way. And today, we're going to fix that together. So stay with me. This is going to be simple and very, very helpful. Now, let's begin. Part 1. What is shadowing? So, what is shadowing? Let me explain it simply. When you shadow, you listen to someone speak and then you repeat exactly what they said. Not after a long time, not after thinking about it. Almost immediately. You listen and you follow, like a shadow. You know what a shadow is, right? When you walk in the sun, your shadow follows you. It copies every move you make. That is exactly what you do with shadowing. You follow the speaker. You copy the sounds, the rhythm, the speed. And here's something interesting. Most learners study English by reading, or by memorizing words, or by doing grammar exercises. And those things are helpful, yes. But the problem is speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth needs to practice. Your tongue needs to practice. Your breathing needs to practice. Just like learning to swim, you can read about swimming, but until you get in the water, your body doesn't really know how to do it. Shadowing is getting in the water. So, are you ready to get in the water with me today? I hope so. Let's keep going. Part 2. Why shadowing works so well. Now, let me tell you why shadowing is so powerful. And I want you to really listen to this part, because most learners don't realize this. When you speak English, 3 things need to work together: your ears, your brain, your mouth. Your ears hear the sound. Your brain processes the meaning. Your mouth tries to make the same sound. But here's the problem for many beginners. These three things are not working together yet. Your ears hear something. Your brain says, I think I understand, but your mouth hasn't practiced enough, so it hesitates, it stutters, it goes quiet. Shadowing trains all three at the same time. When you shadow, your ears are listening, your brain is processing, and your mouth is moving immediately. You are building a connection between hearing English and speaking English. And the more you practice, the faster that connection becomes. That is why people who shadow regularly start to sound more natural, more fluent, more real. You see, it's actually simple. Your brain is very smart. Give it enough examples, and it starts to understand the patterns. Give your mouth enough practice, and it starts to move more easily. Okay, now let's actually do it. This is the most important part. Part 3. Let's practice together, shadowing out loud. I want you to do something for me right now. Don't just listen. Repeat after me. I will say a sentence slowly. Then I will pause. And in that pause, you say it out loud. Don't think too much. Don't worry about perfection. Just open your mouth and try. Ready? Let's begin with something very simple. Sentence 1. Hello, how are you? Now you say it. Say it out loud. Hello, how are you? Pause. Good. Let's try again, this time a little more natural. Hello, how are you? Notice the small pause after hello. That pause is natural. Real speakers do that. Say it again. Hello, how are you? Pause. Oh, that sounds better already. Yes, nice. Sentence 2. I'm doing well, thank you. Say it with me. I'm doing well, thank you. Pause. Good. Now notice something. I'm is short. We say I'm, not I am, in conversation. Real English speakers almost always use the short form. Let's try the whole thing again. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Your turn. Pause. Yes, exactly. You're getting it. Sentence 3. Now a little longer. It's nice to meet you. My name is, and here you say your own name. So for me, I would say, it's nice to meet you. My name is Olivia. Now you say it with your name. It's nice to meet you. My name is... Pause. That's good. Try again, and this time smile a little when you say it. I know that sounds strange, but smiling actually changes how your voice sounds. It opens up your face, and your English sounds more warm, more confident. Try it. It's nice to meet you. My name is... Pause. Nice. You're improving. I can feel it. If this is helping you, you can like this video. It really helps Fluent Thrive reach more learners like you. And if you want to practice English every day in this calm, simple way, you can subscribe to Fluent Thrive. We're here every time you need us. Also, tell me in the comments what part of speaking English is most difficult for you. Is it pronunciation? Is it speed? Is it finding the right words? Tell me. I want to know, because your answer helps me make the next video just for you. Okay, now let's talk about something that many beginners don't think about: the rhythm of English. English has a special music to it. Some words are strong, some words are soft, some parts are fast, some parts are slow. This rhythm is part of what makes English sound natural, and when you shadow, you say it. Do you want to come? Your turn. I have to go now. Try it. Good. These sounds will feel strange at first. That's completely normal. Your mouth is learning something new, just like when you learn to write letters for the first time. It takes a little time, a little patience. But stay with me. This part is very important for sounding natural. Part 5. A short shadowing story. Now, I want to do something a little different. I'm going to tell you a very short, simple story, and after each part, you will repeat it, like a shadow. This is how real shadowing practice works. Ready? Let's go. My name is Sam. Repeat. I live in a small town. Repeat. Every morning, I wake up early. Repeat. I make a cup of coffee. Repeat. Then I sit by the window. Repeat. And I watch the sky slowly get bright. Repeat. That's a beautiful image, right? Now, let's try the whole story together, without stopping. I'll go slowly, you follow me. My name is Sam. I live in a small town. Every morning, I wake up early. I make a cup of coffee. Then I sit by the window, and I watch the sky slowly get bright. Your turn. Say the whole thing. Pause. Yes, that was good. Maybe it wasn't perfect. Maybe you stumbled on 1 or 2 words. That's okay. Perfection is not the goal today. Practice is the goal. And you just practiced. That means you are growing right now in this moment. Part 6. How to use shadowing in your daily life. Now, I want to give you something practical, because shadowing is not just for watching videos. You can do it every day on your own. Here's how. Step 1. Find a short video or audio in English, a short YouTube video, a short podcast, even a short scene from a show you like. Something with clear, natural speaking, not too fast, not too slow. Step 2. Listen to 1 or 2 sentences. Just listen first. Step 3. Go back, and this time, speak along, out loud. Follow the speaker. Don't worry if you miss some words. Don't worry if your pronunciation isn't perfect. Just keep following. Keep moving. Keep speaking. Step 4. Do this for just 5 minutes every day. 5 minutes, that's all. You know, most people think they need hours of study to improve, but actually, consistent small practice is much more powerful than studying a lot one day and then stopping. 5 minutes every day beats 5 hours once a week, every time. So, can you give me 5 minutes tomorrow? Just 5. I think you can. Part 7. One last practice. Confidence phrases. Before we finish, I want to give you something special. These are short, simple phrases that will make you feel more confident when you speak English. When you don't understand something, you can say, Sorry, could you say that again? Repeat after me. Sorry, could you say that again? Good. When you need more time to think, you can say, let me think for a moment. Your turn. Let me think for a moment. And when you are not sure about a word, you can say, I'm not sure of the exact word, but I mean... Try it. I'm not sure of the exact word, but I mean... These phrases, they are like little lifeboats. When you feel like you are sinking in a conversation, these phrases give you a moment to breathe, to think, to continue. Real English speakers use them too, all the time. So, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep going. So, remember, shadowing is simple. You listen, you follow, you repeat. You don't need to understand every word at first. You don't need to sound perfect. You just need to open your mouth and try. Every time you do that, you get a little better. Every day, a little more natural. Every practice, a little more confident. You don't need perfection. You need practice. A little every day. That's how you grow. Make English part of your life. Let it be in your mornings, in your evenings, in the little quiet moments of your day. And that's when real fluency begins. You are doing something wonderful right now. You are trying, you are learning, and I'm proud of you for that. This was Olivia from Fluent Thrive. Thank you for being here with me today. See you next time. Take care of yourself.